Hi guys, as mentioned previously, it's time to get the outer door sweeps done, window sweeps. There's my part number. I hope that's not when I bought them, 2015, but anyway, I know they've been on the shelf for quite some time, so time to get them in. And I'm going to do the passenger door first because that's the way the car is sitting, and then we'll spin her around and get the driver's side done. So let's get at it. So it looks like we're going to start with some Phillips screws here and down inside there. And then I don't know if that speaker grill probably has to come off also. And then there's two in there. I don't know if, I'm pretty sure they'll have to come off. So I'm going to get that going now. Okay guys, so we're getting there. So you've got those four screws there and the speaker grill, and then that little vent on the top, that vent grill. And you've got that real small one here. That's behind the door latch. And then these two are down in the, or these two are, these two. That smaller one goes back there behind the door latch. And then this one goes back here. And then these two long ones here, they go down in there in the armrest. And this is as much for my benefit as it is yours, so I can remember when I'm done. So, and then these ones here go in the carpet here. And of course, like most of these old cars, there's something stuck on the last one. I don't know if it's a staple or what it is, so I'm going to have to pry that off. And that could be interesting, but all the rest of the screws came out, but there's no screw in there. It must be a staple, or I don't know what it is, but anyway, we'll keep at it here. Okay, so we've got everything out here. You will want to unplug that hatch switch on the back there. And now I just got to figure out, I got to get the window down and then figure out how to get that sweep off there. So we'll be back. Okay, so the door panel's off. Got my stuff over here. And if you're doing this, don't lose your lock slide. And that's out. Probably didn't need to come out. Anyway, other fly in the ointment, because with these cars there's always a fly in the ointment. And I may explain why these were never done before. Is this window does not go all the way down. So I got to figure out what to do about this. I don't know if there's a piece of dirt in there underneath that one side, because that side wants to go down, but that side will not go. So I was hoping to get my hand through there and either find if there's some dirt in there, or pull that window down somehow, or adjust it, but I got the speaker out. I don't see any way in there unless it's those four screws, so I guess we'll try them next, and we'll be back. Well guys, we're back at it, and I've got a few choice names for this car at the moment, but I'll keep them to myself. As you can see, there's a bolt missing there, so that block, that guide is down in the door somewhere, and one here. So I suspect that the reason this won't go all the way down, allowing me to put in the new sweep, is because that block could be somewhere down in the cavern of the door and the window's landing on it. So what I'm going to try to do today is is take this camera for my phone and run it inside that door anywhere and everywhere, and see if I can find the offending piece of hardware that may be keeping that window up. And then the other thing I'll try to do is, if I don't see anything, I'll try to make some adjustments on the window. So we'll be back. Okay, so these cameras are pretty valuable, and if you don't have one, I mean, they're really cheap. And as you can see there, I found one of the guides down there. It's not under the window, it's closer to the back of the door. So now I'll be able to get my my magnet down there. Hopefully I'll be able to grab that and pull it up. So these cameras, like right there, proves pretty valuable, and I'll move on to the closer to the front of the door and see if there's one there. Okay, so one down using the camera and my grabber, because I can't find my flexible magnet. Of course, it's not hanging where it should be hanging. So anyway, there's one down. So we'll look at the front and see what else we can find. Okay, well, looking on YouTube, I think I found the adjustment there for the front window, like the front portion of the passenger side window. However, you can see that tab there is in the way of getting a 10mm socket on there, so I don't know what I'm going to do now. I wasn't able to find anything in the front stopping that window, so it's got to be just the adjustment. So that adjustment is just for the distance the window goes up. Nothing to do for when it goes down. So I've tightened that back up and push that tab back up, and now the search continues. Later. Okay, so I've tried them all. I can't find an adjustment for that window. So, but the good news is that there's only 3 rivets. There's one there, and one there, and one there. So I'm hoping I can change this anyway without having to worry about that window. I'm going to give it a try right now. Later. You don't want to drill hard on this stuff. Take your time. You go through the other side, you're going to cry like a baby. Okay, the old one's out. Again, slow and steady wins the race and doesn't puncture the outside of your door. Also, I had to back this one off, this guide, to pull that window as far away as I could. And I gotta hope like hell that I can get that new one down in there. So we'll be back. Okay guys, the saga continues here. Because of these cheap garbage clips, they're just awful. And the fact my window's not all the way down makes it even worse. I've had to pull the good clips off the old one. There they are there. So now I'm going to have to take the clips off of this one and put these ones in. Otherwise I'll be fighting with this thing until I'm in the grave. So we'll have more later. So there's the other clips. I'm just hoping like hell everything lines up. Actually, I'm going to have to take that one out too, I guess. And then we'll get this thing in. Okay guys, so I finally got this on here. I guess this is aftermarket stuff for you. It doesn't line up real good. And the clips, I mean, that window not coming all the way down the side, the clips, probably the worst thing I've ever worked with on something with this kind of length. So I don't recommend, although I don't know, I'm not sure what you can even get now. I don't know if you can get them with old style clips or not. So, but you can see they're pretty fragile looking and they don't really do a great job. So I'm not looking forward to the driver's side, but we'll get it done next week. I want to get this door back together and be finished with this. More later. Okay, so we got the rivets all in. Whoops. As you can see, there's only 3, so that worked out very well because of this window. I don't know if that's even going to focus in there. Anyway, so that straightened it out a little bit, but look at that. I mean, that's crazy. Right down here. I'm gonna have to try to tap that with a hammer to get it over. But that's not great. But anyway, we're on. So that's the main thing. We'll get the door panel on now and get done with this project. Okay guys, so I managed to get it all done. Somehow I was able to get these on with that window not all the way down, so it was a monster pain in the ass, but it's done. And they're pretty tight against the window, so really I got nothing to complain about. For me, this was about a 4-hour job, just because of all the screwing around I had to do with the fact that the window, trying to adjust the window to go down, and the fact it would not go down caused me a lot of headaches getting this on, getting behind it. So anyway, and just one tip in case you don't know, make sure that lock rod is on this side when you put your door back on, because if you don't, you're going to have to take your door all back off again, because that rod's got to be in there. And somehow during all my fun here, I forgot to put the rod in there, so I had to take everything off again and do it again. So that's not a whole lot of fun. But anyway, I'm pretty happy with it. There it is. Sweeps on the outside new, and next week I'll get to the driver's door. But now you know how you do it, and it's really not that bad, and it makes your car look a whole lot better. Later.